Welcome back, dear students. In today's video, I am going to discuss regular expressions. Recall that in previous sessions we have discussed lists, dictionaries, and lastly tuples. We have seen how to extract a particular line from a file using different methods. So in these sessions we will use regular expressions and the importance of that regular expressions in handling files. So far we have been reading through files, looking for patterns and extracting various bits of lines which are of our concern. We use string methods like split and find along with list and string slicing to extract portion of the lines. This task of searching and extracting is so common that Python has a very powerful library called regular expressions that handles many of these tasks quite elegantly. So dear students, as we know, in using list dictionaries, after opening the file, we try to extract the information that is of our interest. And because Python is used highly in data science for handling any kind of data in a file, so there is one library, a powerful library, say called regular expressions, which handles all the tasks very properly. Regular expressions are very powerful. They are little complicated and their syntax takes some time to become familiar. So that syntax is very much simple. If you have been using a Linux operating system and shell scripting, say it will be very simple you to understand, because regular expressions something like that of shell scripting. Say whatever the syntax is there for a shell scripting, the same syntax the regular expression. If you are not familiar with shell scripting and the Linux operating system, then it will take a little time for you to understand. No problem, regular expressions are almost their own little programming language for searching and parsing strings. The regular expression library RE must be imported into the program before we can use it. Like say before using mathematical functions like max and min, we have imported a math library. Similarly, if at all we want to use a regular expressions, we should import RE. The simplest use of regular expression library is the search function. The following program is going to demonstrate a simple use of a search function. So what it's been done in a following program is, this program is going to search for lines that contains a given word. Means whatever the user is going to give the word, the program is going to search for that word. See, the same program we have done without using regular expressions. But now we will see the importance of regular expressions. So as I told, before we use regular expression, we should import. So import RE. So RE is nothing but regular expression. This is a library, the name of the library. So then open a file. So it is going to return a file handle, that is f and. Okay, here the file name I have taken it as a mahabharata.txt, and word is equal to input. Enter the word to be searched. Means we are asking a user to enter the word, say that has to be searched within this file mahabharata.txt. Okay, later once the file is opened, for every line in a file, say we are going to extract, read a line and we'll strip it. Means if more than one spaces are there, it will going to remove that. Okay, so strip that, and later if re.search. So remember, this search is a method available in a regular expressions. Okay, so this method, say it will work on a string. Here re.search, what this search method does is, it will going to search for this word in this line. Okay, whatever the string we give here, the second argument, in that second argument, the first argument will be searched. Okay, if it is found, means if that word is found in this line, so then it will going to print that line, and this will be repeated for all the lines in a file. Once all the lines are over, so then file will be closed. Very simple use of regular expression is there, that too a search function. So before we proceed further, let me write the same program, later we continue. Right? Say vi s1. Say simple, so you can name it as a search 1, search 2, something like that. Say here what I do, so I'll just write it as a s1.py. So this is import re, and I'm going to open a file. F hand is equal to, say open the name of the file mahabharata array.txt. By default it will open in a read mode. Okay, now I'll ask the user to enter a word input. Enter the word to be searched. And now for line in F hand, for every line in F hand, say what we do, so whatever the line it has extracted, we are going to strip it. So means we'll remove the spaces which occur more than once. Okay, so the method is rstrip. Okay, so it is going to remove the spaces, white spaces which appear more than once. And afterwards, if array.search, if the search is successful, if it is true, search of what word in this line, then print the line. This will be repeated and later the file will be closed. A very simple program to search a given word in the file. Let's execute that with Python 3 interpreter. Enter the word Shantanu. So look at this. It has given all those lines which contains Shantanu. Say here the word Shantanu is there in this sentence or line. Okay. Say in every line you can see here also there is a Shantanu. Okay. Say here there is Shantanu. Here in this line there is a Shantanu. And say one more is like say for example in this line here. So there is a Shantanu here also. Okay, if at all say for example I want to search for Vaisya, okay, then say once again I'll just execute this. Now you can see only those lines which contains Vaisya. Say here it is, and in this here, okay, see in every sentence you can see, every line you can see, and here and here. Okay, so very simple. So you may ask, sir, what is that we have done extra, say apart from which we have already done in previous classes. So means these things we have already done. Just it is a simple thing because we have not done any major things here. So we have not discussed any powerful operations using RE, means regular expressions. But this is a very simple method that we have used from say regular expressions. Okay, so we'll proceed further and see what else are there in a regular expressions. Here we open, what we have done is we open file, loop through each line and use regular expression search to only print out lines that contains the string entered from the user. This program doesn't use a real power of regular expressions. Since we could have just say as easily used this one instead of search we would have used find. Say the same thing, same result we would have obtained. Even earlier also we have used this find method. Say we have obtained the same result. The power of regular expressions comes when we add special characters to the search string that allows us to more precisely control which line match the string. So very important things. Say the actual power of a regular expression is there in say these special characters. We'll see what are those special characters, how to add those special characters, and what powers say it will give to that search function. Adding these special character to our regular expression allows us to do sophisticated matching and extraction while writing very little code. Means we need not have to write a very lengthier code, we can write a very small code. For example, the caret character means it's a cap, say which normally you people will call as a cap. Okay, so it's called as a caret character. So used in a regular expression to match the beginning of the line. Say for example, if at all we want to say match, say whatever the words user has entered, that word I want to search in a line, that word should be beginning of the line. I want to extract only those lines where that word appears at the beginning only. Let us miss in previous program what we have done, we have just searched a line where say that word appears, wherever it may be. Means those lines we have extracted where that given word appears anywhere in the line. But now say we'll change the program to only match the lines where given string or word is at the beginning of the line, not anywhere. Instead it should be at the beginning. Say for example, say in previous program, say while executing, I gave a input as a Shantanu. That Shantanu word appeared anywhere in many lines, but it should extract only those lines where the Shantanu is beginning at the line. For that purpose, what we can do here is, so just see here, say what are the changes. As usual, we have imported RE, irregular expressions, then open. Here, see, this word is equal to input, enter the word to be searched. Okay, say we can ask that from a user. Otherwise, what I have done is here, say because I have commented here, so I'll directly take that word, like word Shantanu for line in a F and line is equal to line step. This is, so already we have seen. Only one thing that is different here is, instead of taking the word from the user and writing here, I have directly written the word like Shantanu. And important thing one should remember here is this caret character. If at all I want to search for this particular string at the beginning of the line, then before the string there should be a caret character. So we'll see this with the example so that it will be very much clear to you. Here the same program I'll open. What I do, instead of asking this from a user, I'll directly write this. What word should be searched, like Shantanu. I want to search for this word. Even same result we obtain like previous, right? So these are all the sentences where Shantanu appears. Here Shantanu is at the beginning, here Shantanu is somewhere at the middle, and here Shantanu is beginning, and here Shantanu somewhere at the end. Say the Shantanu word appears so many times in these lines. Okay, but I want to extract only those lines where Shantanu appears at the beginning. For that purpose, we should add a caret. Okay, so let's see what will be the output. Now you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences were there, whereas here only 2 sentences are there. In both the sentences, Shantanu is at the beginning. Okay, means just adding a caret character, you're going to search that string at the beginning of the line, right? So still, this is very simple example that we could have done equivalently with the starts with method, because even the same thing we have done. You may ask, sir, you have not done any great thing even using regular expressions, because the same thing we would have done using starts with, because already we have written some programs using starts with method, so where is it has extracted those lines, so where the string is at the beginning. Okay, but there are a number of other special characters that let us build even more powerful regular expressions. Remember, here we have just added a caret character, and that has searched a line, say where the word appears at the beginning. The most commonly used special character is a full stop or period, which matches any character. Remember, say for example, I want to search something like this. In the following example, the regular expression b.n would match any of this string. Means I don't want to search for, say for example, consider that I want to search 4-letter word where beginning should be B and end should be N, and inside that 2 more letters can be anything. Say from A to Z, it can be anything, not just A to Z, anything. Okay, in general any 2 characters can be there, say in these places. That can be easily done if without using a regular expression we should match all those words like bean, born, boon, okay, say all those things, say whatever is like bean, b, xx and anything can be boon, say, or say b, say here exclamation and at, say anything can be added within that. Okay, say within these 2. Since the period character in a regular expression match any character, so whenever we use a period character inside the regular expression, it can match for any character. So if we see the previous example only, let us consider, so I'll take up this expression only, and here instead of just writing this, here let us consider I'll search for only bean. Okay, so let us search for bean. So look at this, there is only one sentence where bean is there. So let me search for born. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, say almost around 5 lines are there, say which contains born, the word. But I want to search those lines which contains the word B at the beginning and any two characters in between, and last character should be N. This is what I want to search. Means in between dot dot there can be any character. In that case, let us see. Here you can see it has listed so many lines. Here we have bone. Okay. Say in this line what's there? Say here. Look at this. It is being, whereas it has taken only this much. Okay. Because of that BEIN. Okay. So then in this line, say what we have, the same thing, being. Say, and in this line we have born, even being is also there, and here we have born in this line, and in this line, say what we have. So just see here. Say in this line, yes, we have born, BOR, and here N, born. And say in every say line, if you see, you will be having that particular structure. Okay. Say which matches expression. Okay, which matches B dot dot and N. So very simple. Means here what we can remember is dot can match any character. That's the meaning. And if we add caret symbol at the beginning, it will going to search this particular line only at the beginning of the line. That you can just check, say when you execute it. Okay. Say to this you can add say you take any expression here and add a caret. That particular expressions, all those expressions will be say matched at the beginning of the line. So this is particularly powerful when combined with the ability to indicate that the caret can be repeated any number of times using star or plus character in our regular expressions. Means in previous expression what we have done is we have added two dots. Say one dot means it will going to match for any of one character, means it will going to take only one character. So because we have added two dots, both the dots will take any two characters. But its power can be extended so along with a dot if we add star and plus. These special characters mean that instead of matching a single character in the search string, they match 0 or more characters in case of the asterisk, or 1 or more characters in case of plus. Remember, asterisk means 0 or more, plus means 1 or more. Means a dot and asterisk. If I add a dot and asterisk, it will going to match 0 or more characters. Means there can be say no characters or there can be any number of characters. Or if it is plus, there has to be minimum 1 character. Otherwise, even there can be any number. Plus means minimum 1 has to be there. If it is star, say even there may not be any characters. So let us see this with examples. We can further narrow down the lines that we match using a repeated wildcard character in the following. Here, say what we can do is we can add a dot which is a wildcard character. Okay, so what we do, search for a line that starts with from and have an @ sign. Okay, so here we are considering a different file. In that file, say we want to search for those lines which will start with from and that line should contain @. Very simple thing. What I do, I am going to take up the same program and I'll change it. Say here, say s1.py. So the same program. What I do, instead of say mahabharata.txt, here I am going to take the file that contains @. Say I take mailbox.txt. So once I open that, what we do here, we'll search for those lines which contains from at the beginning. One thing is line should contain from at the beginning. So caret indicates it should contain from at the beginning. That to say, for example, even colon should be there. Afterwards, there can be any number of 1 or more characters. Plus means 1 or more characters, and later there should be. So try to understand the meaning of this expression. We are searching for such line where that line should begin with from followed by colon, then followed by 1 or more characters. Keep this in mind, it is 1 or more characters and later @ should be there. Means it will search for such a line where the line will start with from, then colon, then 1 or more characters. There can be at least 1 character or any number of characters. 1 or more characters and afterwards @. It will match for such a line. So if I print this, if I execute this, You can see, say basically I'll show, open that mailbox file. So this is a mailbox file. It contains many other lines apart from just from colon and say email addresses, means at sign. So it contains even different other lines also. But remember, our program has extracted only those lines where from colon is at the beginning and later one or more characters, so before the at. Okay, before this at symbol or say at character, there are, say here BK Gudur is there, here info, so there are one or more characters. So look at this, what we have done is a very important thing, because to match, say this, it's not so easy. If at all I tell you to do the same thing without using regular expressions, you should write a very big and a complicated program, because we don't know how many characters we will get before at. We may get 6, we may get 1, we may get 2, we may get 10, we may get 100, and we may get different types of characters. Just a simple regular expression solved all that, will going to match everything. Look at this. Okay, so here dot is a wildcard, so which will match any character, and plus indicates any number of characters, means plus is for it will match a minimum 1 and maximum any number of characters, 1 or more. Okay, before the at sign. And one more thing here is, say for example, say in place of plus, if I add star, even let me show that also. In place of plus, if I add star here, in place of plus it is star, then what we get? There's no change. Say to see the change, means the difference between plus and star. So what I do, I'll little modify this file. What I do here, somewhere at the here beginning, I'm going to add same from, then say for example colon and then space. Here directly I'll write at. So let us see whether this line comes or not. Okay, now I'll execute this. Okay, so that line is there, means we got this line. But now if you see that program, this program contains star. Now I'll replace a star with plus and execute this. Now you can see in previous execution, when we run the program here, this contains at bugle quote, whereas this doesn't contain at bugle quote. Apart from that, it contains all other lines, but this contains at bugle quote, but this doesn't. The meaning here is, the star here indicates 0 or more characters, whereas plus indicates 1 or more. The meaning is, before at there should be 1 or more character. That's the meaning. After space, before at, there should be 1 or more character. The plus will tell that it will going to accept a minimum 1 character. Whereas at bugle quote, after at I have written directly B, means before at there are no other characters. Because of that, this has not listed this particular line. Right? So I hope you understood the difference between star and plus character, so which have got a special meaning in regular expressions. So with this, if we proceed further, the search string character from colons dot plus at will successfully match lines that start with from followed by 1 or more characters followed by at sign. So this will match the following line, means something like this it has matched from so and so info at so and so. So we can think of dot plus wildcard as expanding to match all the characters between the colon character and at sign, means it will going to match between colon and at, it can match any number of characters. Okay, between colon, this is a colon and this is at, between that it can match any number of characters. It is good to think of a plus and asterisk characters as aggressive. The meaning of aggressive means it will take any number. So it can extend. How many numbers are there? Say all those numbers it will extend. For example, the following string would match the last at sign in the string as the plus dot plus pushes outward as shown. Say if you see here, while matching from colon and later it should match for at. What at it will matches here is, when we write such an expression, say it will going to match the at here. So before this, how many characters are there? All those characters will be considered and it will match the last at symbol. Means it will going to expand aggressively till the end. So that's the meaning here. Means it may stop here itself, but it doesn't stop here. Instead, it will go up to this and match this at. Before this, it will consider all these things. So it is possible to tell an asterisk or plus sign not to be so greedy, means not to consider all these at. It should stop at the first at only. So by adding another characters, how it can be done, so that we'll see. Means if at all I want to extract, it should extract only beginning of the like say email addresses. Let us consider I want to extract an email address from this particular line. So such a line. This line contains 3 email addresses, one here, another here and another here. If I write such expression, say it will going to extract all 3 email addresses, but I want to extract the first one only. In that case, means how can we stop only at the first occurrence of a at, that we will discuss in later part. Hope this is clear to all of you dear students. Thank you for watching.